Amazing, especially the panel today.
Yes, that was amazing. Thank you.
Don't blame me. Like Warner Brothers, that was unbelievable. It's the first time we've gone out into the audience and watched, and I'm super glad we did, because that was, apparently the screens are really only used for the film, the Warner Brothers films. So the fact that they let us use that was pretty cool. And then the fact that Kansas decided to show up and play a little number. Yeah, that was amazing. And they were like, "We've been wanting to do this for years." I was like, what? They didn't con you into this? You didn't lose a bet? And then the lead singer came up to me. He's like, "Hey, listen, if you want to come out there and join us, feel free." And I think I needed to change my pants. So, yeah, no, I was like, no, I want to go watch. I'm not getting up on any stage with you guys.
So after that devastating finale, where we ended up losing everybody, it seemed like.
Yeah, the bloodbath.
Where do we catch up with the brothers in the next season?
The exact moment we left off.
Okay.
So, yeah, literally with Cass at Dean's feet is where we show up, and it's interesting because Mom is gone and presumably dead. Crowley just killed himself. Cass is now lying dead at Dean's feet. Kelly's gone. Like there's too much for where we pick up, in my opinion, which we've already filmed this. There's too much for Dean to process at that point. So he does he does the thing that he knows how to do best, and that is neutralize the threat. So there is a threat behind him, as in the Lucifer's son. So he's just going to do that, because that's something that he can hit. He doesn't know, there's too much of emotion. He doesn't know how to process the fact that he's lost this one, that one. It's just, so he's just going to do what he knows, and that's hit something hard. And then luckily Sam just kind of stops him and tries to talk sense into him, and then there's a bit of a struggle there. So that's kind of where we start off, is the struggle of this is too much, I can't deal with this, so I'm going to do something that I know I can do that's physical and tactile, and I can do. So when I haven't read ahead, so I know that at some point he's going to have to deal with it, and that'll be probably a pretty hard episode. What's that?
Are you back to directing?
I'm not. I declined the offer this year because I have 2 new children at home.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That I was trying to get as much time with them as I could. So.
I'm so hyped for Scooby-Doo this season.
Me too, man.
How much can you say about that episode? Does Dean meet Daphne? What can you tell us?
Of course he does. Yeah, and he might try to put the moves. I don't know. I'm just saying. But it's really everybody's super excited about it. I'm sure we've already done all the voiceover. We did that back in February, and we've seen some renderings. And I don't want to give away too much, but it'll be the majority of the show. We get a little live action in the beginning, and then that gets us into Scooby-Land. And that's pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked about it.
It sounds like the brothers are not entirely on the same page, at least to start out, which is a little different than last season when they were really on the same page. Does it feel a little different like that?
It's not. Well, it's certainly not going back to seasons when they were really at odds.
That's good.
Because it's not. They're still. It's more of, let's figure out how to handle this situation. Sam wants to deal with it one way. Dean wants to deal with it another. They're not going to argue about it. They're going to eventually get to the same place. It's just how they get there is a little bit.
That's good.
Yeah.
Going back to Crowley, if Sam or Dean were able to talk to him one last time, what would they have said to him? So what they would want to say?
Well, there's an interesting. There's a. I think I may have mentioned this before. Dean decides to once he starts to realize the severity of the situation, he tries to reach out to God, which, as we all know, is gone. But he figures he'll take a stab at it, and he does mention he's like bring Crowley back, bring them all back. So I think there is even though Crowley was kind of was obviously a bad guy, had his own agenda and stuff. I think what he did was not something that they ever expected to happen, and I think it was very telling of kind of his. Certainly was self-serving, but there was an ounce in there that maybe gave him crap about it. And I think Dean always. I think he maybe had an idea that was there. So, if there was dialogue written, I'm not sure what it would be, but I would imagine there'd be a slight bit of gratitude.
Do you think
Very slight. Yeah.
Do you think that you guys might bring some more hunters then, so we can meet some new hunters, especially with the spin-off coming up?
I hope so. I always like it when we kind of flesh out that world a little bit, and we get to see people that live similar lifestyles as the brothers. I don't know though. I haven't read ahead yet, but that's certainly something that I enjoy as well. So I hope so.
How does it feel knowing it's season 13? I mean, people have grown up with this show, and by the way, the fans just want you to know that they think you're amazing and they love you so much.
Thank you. 13. I said this earlier. It was like it's not even a dream come true because I could have never dreamed this.